Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video, so right to it. If you watch the show, you'd have seen I picked this up the other day. I didn't even know what it was. Seriously, I did not know what it was. It was just a Tikka in 223 Remington. I said I've never done one of those on the show. Let me get it. Found it at Tolliver's. Shout out to Tolliver's. But come to find out, this is like the ooh la la. When I showed this in the video, man, people were drooling over this so much. They said, man, I can't even find those. That's the new latest and greatest and hottest Tikka. I had no idea. But apparently this is a big deal and it's supposed to be pretty awesome. So we're fixing to find out. But what this is a Tikka T3x Ace Target in 223 Remington. I got it secondhand, like I said. Didn't even really know what it was. But I thought we needed one for the show, because I've never had much Tikkas. But yeah, this thing weighs almost 10 pounds without the scope. It has the chassis, it's got all the adjustments. You can do a different style grip if you want. I don't know why you'd want to. I read on the website, these triggers are 2 to 4 pounds. This one is breaking at under a pound. So whoever had this before me did some trigger stuff. It comes with a 20 MOA rail. This is a 24-inch heavy barrel. It comes like this with this chassis. Full Arca rail, Picatinny, M-lock all the way around. 10-round mag. Yeah, all the fancy things. It's threaded 5/8, so I've got my Banish 30 V2 can on there. But I was gonna put, since it has that full Arca rail, I was gonna put this bipod on it. These are pretty new, but Arca bipod, pretty slick. But I think I might just keep it in my BRS and use this squeeze bag for this first video testing out. But that's gonna be it. First trip to the range with the Tikka T3x Ace Target in 223 Remington. The scope I got on here, I just took this off my 22-250. So 223 Remington 22-250. I really like the reticle in this. It has a dot reticle. But this is a Zerotech Thrive HD scope with 24 zoomies. Cap turrets. Good hunting scope. But I got the turrets off right now because surely we're going to have to adjust them. While I was at Tolliver's picking this up, I said, what you got for Match 223? So I got some of this stuff. It's just the Hornady Frontier 68 grain boat tail hollow point match. 223 Remington is, in my experience, very picky. And you know, people will spout off data that they read on the internet, or their grandpa told them, well, this twist rate, you got to do this and that, and that's not necessarily true. I've had twist rates that should like light ones like heavy ones, and vice versa. Twist rates that should like heavy ones like light ones. So don't just take that stuff to the bank when you read that stuff on the internet or people tell you that. Get out to the range and actually try it. But this is a 1-in-8 twist. I hope it likes the 68 grainers. When you talk about precision stuff or match stuff for 223, most of it's going to be a 68 grain, 69 grain, or a 72 grain when it comes to the match stuff. This isn't necessarily like crazy precision stuff, but it's those 68 grain Hornady match projectiles. So I wonder, do they even say the speeds on this? It says 2960. I bet they're close to 3,000 out of this 24-inch barrel, but that's gonna be it. I gotta get this thing sighted in. Stay tuned too. There's gonna be a bunch on this. I'm gonna do a bunch of testing, see what this thing likes, really tune it up. Once we figure out what it likes, we're gonna do long range stuff, maybe even do a deer hunt with this. But yeah, we get the 100-yard target down there and we'll get to rolling. Pretty slick. Heavy, 223, light trigger, 24 zoomies. It's gonna be fun. All right, here we go. Got my target up, chronograph going. Well, that wasn't good. Fantastic. Anyways, how am I gonna do this? Well, you know what? Because this thing is so long, I might need to do that No, I can do that. If anybody knows some really clear glasses that don't get scratched, let me know. I get real tired of having scratched up glasses. Yeah. One thing about this, the action is crazy smooth. It's true what they say, Tikka feeds good. I mean, that fed smooth as glass, baby. And I got 24 zoomies on this, so I probably should put that bipod on, but we'll see what we do here with this. I've got 2 sheets of paper down there. Get my parallax just perfect. 2 sheets of paper down there. And I'm gonna aim at the dot that's just dead set in the middle of those. See what happens. We're a tad bit low. That trigger surprised me. Let me go ahead and adjust to that. It's down, so we need to adjust up. Left and right is pretty near perfect, so 2814 on the speed there. Let me go ahead and go for a group. The center of the left paper. Let's do a group here. Man. Not a huge fan of the trigger that's in here. Again, I don't think this is the factory trigger because it's too light. But if it is the factory trigger, it's definitely been turned down. The trigger that's in here, I like either a 1-stage trigger where it doesn't move or a 2-stage with an obvious wall. This does not have an obvious wall. This is like super surprise town every time the trigger breaks. Even though I know it's light and I'm used to light triggers, I just don't like this trigger that's in it. Whether it's the factory one, I don't know. I don't think that it is. It's definitely not out of the box factory. But there's no obvious wall in this trigger is what I'm trying to say. Let me move y'all over here a bit. So it's hard for me to find that wall and then break it when it's just like a surprise every time, which there's people on the internet that will tell you that's how you want your trigger. You want it to be a surprise. I highly disagree with that statement. Anyways, let's finish this group. So far, that's under an inch group, but so far we're not making the Tikka fanboys very happy yet. Quite honestly, not making me happy yet either. That group might be a little better. It's under an inch, but it's not wowzers like you would expect out of this Tikka T3x Ace Target. If you look at any video on this, people act like it's, you know, I don't know, the grand poobah of everything. Which it is nice, you know. I'm not saying that, but I don't care a hill of beans about it unless it does tiny groups. So this is looking to be very consistent with this stuff. It's probably going to measure out like 0.8, 0.9 inch groups, I think. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. This is an MOA scope, so probably needs three clicks or so. 4 clicks up. Yeah, let's give it a couple, bring it to the right. It's left, so that's right. I'll leave the turrets off. But so far, everything about this is cool, you know. It feeds. Again, I don't know about the trigger, but the trigger's, it's just mush for me. Like I said, that's just a personal preference thing, but I like an obvious wall. Either a 1-stage trigger where it's not moving until it breaks and goes off, or a 2-stage that comes up to an obvious wall. But whatever the trigger is that's in this at the moment, again, I got it secondhand, I just don't like it. Me personally, it's not helping me do precision groups. I don't like it. I don't like to be surprised when I break the trigger. But I mean, everything about it I like, right? Except for that trigger breaking and how it is. But let's do some more groups and finish off that page. I can't knock it for the groups yet, because this is the first ammo that we've tried. But I'm definitely going to be doing a very extensive test on this with the ammo. I mean, don't get me wrong, we could take this stuff and stretch it out pretty easy, but it's just not doing tiny groups yet. I did clean this, by the way, if anyone's wondering that. Cleaned it pretty good. Well, that wasn't bad, but wasn't fantastic. Well, and that one was 3 up and down, which is a little squirrely, but seems to be pretty consistent across the page. Bring it up just one more click. I think I'm gonna leave it left to right there. But let's go measure those groups. All right, let's look at the chronograph data here first. So 2863, we might do some long range stuff with this since we got it. 22 SD, extreme spread of 80. That's not too great, but now we got the data. There's that average 2863. But here's the groups. So my first one out of the gate, I was aiming here, hit here, not too bad off the bore sight. And then I just went around. And this thing is boringly consistent with that stuff. 0.78, 0.74, 0.78, 0.76. So just within a couple hundredths of each other. This one may have been me, who knows, but that got a 1.06. So boringly consistent at 3/4 of an inch group at 100 yards. Let me kind of give you my perspective on this kind of stuff. So those groups, yeah, I mean, 3/4 of an inch group, most people probably be happy with that. But here's how I personally kind of judge these things. 2 data points. How big of a dent, how big of a hole is it going to put in my wallet versus the groups we get? So is this thing nice? Absolutely. Does it have all the cool features? Absolutely. Does it feed smooth? Absolutely. 0 problems. It's got the rail, it's got the chassis, it's got the heavy barrel. Somebody made this trigger light. And again, I do not like the trigger. The only thing about this whole setup that I don't like is that mushy trigger. You cannot tell where the wall is. I mean, maybe after I do 100 more tries of this, it's not terrible. Felt worse. I just don't like how that breaks. I just don't like it. But that is what it is. If you're not familiar with what this is, it's definitely not on the low moolah side. And again, I got this secondhand, and yeah, this is like cream of the crop, top of the line Tikka, basically. I want, for as a big of a hole as it'll put in your wallet, I want them to be in the same hole every time. Which, quite honestly, I believe it'll do it. But we're gonna have to do some more ammo testing. So, is this thing cool? Yes. Is it consistently under an inch? Yes. Do I want to test it a whole lot more? Yes. And that's what we're gonna do. So make sure you're subscribed. But first, look out here. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. I might be coming over to the light side of the Tikkas. This one, so far, it's done me right. It's the best grouping Tikka, most consistent Tikka I've ever had my hands on. We'll put it that way. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna do a whole lot more with it. That's the video. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hoo-doo!